I am so scared right now. I've never used any other hair color other than black on my hair. But today, we're trying red.
Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for being here. Today, we are experimenting with color. I have never done this before, but I hope it goes well. So stick with me and let's see how this goes. Whenever I'm doing braids now, I just do big ones because I don't want to be bothered with sitting there and just plaiting forever. I'm using Isoplast gel to just try to define my lines a little bit more, make them more clearer, like this. Another reason I'm particularly fond of big braids is because I am a beginner and I don't want to be stressed with redoing the same thing over and over again. Because believe me, I don't do this in one take. I can redo the same braid 3 times before I actually get it right. And I don't want to be finally done with one and then still have 58 more to go, okay? So I'm just going to keep them big. I'm going to separate the hair into half first, put the other half away, and then separate this half again, put that away, and then separate this one. I feel the hair to just help me figure out if they're about the same size. If I feel like one is much thicker than the other one, I get a little bit of hair from the other one and put it to the other one. And I do this for each separation step. I repeat this for the other half that we left and also the other part that we put away. I then go on to separate my hair into 2 and then add the braiding hair in between. And then plait my natural hair and only my natural hair first. So one pack of braiding hair will actually get you 4 braids. Being a beginner, there's always something I'm always struggling with, and this time it was trying to braid without actually having the extension get into my natural hair. But I fixed that in a bit and I will show you in a little bit. Now I'm just going to cover up my natural hair with the braid to make sure it's invisible. Then I get the other piece of extension and place it over that braid with the extension on top and then begin to braid. You can also do the same thing with rubber bands. Instead of having the braid, you can just put a rubber band. If you've watched my recent video on braids, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, I'll put it at the end. Please go and check it out if you don't want to stress yourself with braiding your natural hair first. And if you've tried both ways, I would like to hear in the comment section below which one you prefer. Do you prefer using rubber bands or do you prefer actually braiding down your natural hair? To be honest, I think braiding down my natural hair is my most preferred method because it is just keeps my hair in there, it doesn't go anywhere, and I don't have to use so much gel. And also it makes my hair lay so flat. Do you know sometimes when you just do your natural hair braids and you can tell because it's like so puffy at the beginning and then just becomes thinner at the end, especially for us beginners that just don't know how to do our hair yet so well. Yeah, this helps eliminate all that because the braid itself flattens your natural hair so it looks like you're just braiding your braid. And some people just don't like rubber bands because they say it breaks your hair regardless of whether or not you use some oil before using it. So this is a great alternative. Oh, look at how it looks from both ends, sideways, upwards, downwards. You would think I know what I'm doing. Just a beginner killing it. Speaking of which, not the killing it part, the not knowing what I'm doing part. I'm supposed to first make this part and then putting the front hair away before actually going to the back and beginning parting at the back. So that's something I learned here on YouTube. It's obviously not the gold standard. I don't think there is one, but it helps you get your parts right. I'll be using the brick layering method where you discontinue each vertical line by blocking it with another block of hair right on top of the previous vertical line. So you just go like this. And you can see that the previous vertical line is not connected with any of the ones on top. I went ahead and made 4 parts like so. Just secure them with a rubber band just to make sure they're out of each other's ways. And now we braid by sectioning one part into 2, putting the hair in between, and then braiding our natural hair first. To braid my natural hair, I separate one of the sides into 2 just so I can have 3 legs, and then keep braiding. Now I know you remember how I struggled on my first braid trying to get my braid braided without having my synthetic hair trying to get in there as well. Well, we fixed that. Look at how smooth that is, and I'll show you in a bit exactly how to do that. You just tie it around, but I'll show you clearly. For now, I'm just going to tuck my natural hair into the braiding hair to make sure it doesn't show anywhere. You want to make sure you do this before you start braiding because you don't want to start braiding and just see your hair sticking out, even though that could actually happen. I'm not a professional, obviously. It happened a couple of times, but it's much easier if you just take the time to cover it up before you begin braiding. And did I just say it happens a couple times? It happens way more than a couple times. Let me not lie, please. Try maybe like a couple is what? 2? 2 times 14? 28? It's not even, I didn't even have that many braids. That's how much it happened. So I just kept trying. I just kept redoing some braids. To be honest, it took a little bit of time. And only because I'm a beginner, obviously for other people, this is just like, we're done in 2 minutes. But beginner or not, I just love how this method gives you that much great grip without actually any effort at all. You literally just braid down your natural hair and you're done. Does it get any easier? I don't know. I don't think so. Still trying to figure out how to get the braid pattern to look better than a tangled rope though. But some are better than others. This braiding hair is actually short, so there wasn't much braiding to do going downwards, which is great because I do not want to stress myself out. Get done quick, even though longer hair does actually look nice. Ooh, give us a little spin. Yes. Okay, next one. This is what I was talking about. If you want to have like a clear braid of your natural hair without any sort of braiding hair in there, just make sure to just do this, okay? Just get a rubber band and tie it around. You could also just braid it up, okay? It doesn't matter. Just to make sure it's tight enough to not get into your natural hair as you braid. Then you can begin braiding. Quick backstory about me and my braids. It's not just braids. It's literally any extension that any wig extension that I've ever worn. It's always been black my entire life. I've only always worn black hair. And the closest I've gone to a color outside of black was the previous braids that I did, the ones that I had a little bit of brown at the ends. That's it. But today we're going all in. I've had this hair for over a year now. I think it's almost 2 years. And I've just been like, I bought it to just dare myself to try and do a different color. And I've had it for almost 2 years. And I haven't used it. Today was just a day I just thought, you know what? Let me just try. Whatever happens, happens. And I did it on the weekend so that if I have to remove it, I can. But so far so good, or maybe not so good. I don't know. What do you think? Anyway, I feel like when it comes to hair colors, I'm constantly afraid that maybe those colors will not look good on me because of my complexion. And it's not really my complexion. It's just, I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of black girls out there with complexions like mine or even darker that kill it in these sort of colors. But when it comes to me in particular, I just can't seem to gather the energy. Or should I say the self-confidence. But you know what? Regardless of how this turns out, I'm just glad that I finally tried it. Are there hair colors that you would never dare try because you just don't know how it would look on you or you think it would look funny on you? Not a hairstyle or color that you can't do because of work or school, you know, just something that you can't do because of you. There's no one holding you back. You know, like how I was also afraid of never wearing bangs or a fringe for a while until I finally did it.
I finally finished the whole parts. I am not really sure how to feel about it, but I'm thinking I should cut out this part and make it into a bob. What do you think? But the thing is, I don't have red rubber bands or colorless ones. The only ones I have are these ones, the black ones, and they don't really look nice because, let me show you. So what I plan to do is use some thread. I've already used it. You cannot see it, but it's somewhere there. So if I take a little piece of thread like this, I decide maybe to put it somewhere here. I'm going to wrap this around like so. Okay, I think that's enough, just enough to secure it, and then just tie it. Like so, like this. And then cut this part out. Should it be here? Or should it be?
I thought I should try wearing it first without cutting it and then went on and put it in a low bun just to see what I like best, whether or not I like this one. I prefer this one to the being down, or I just prefer another style altogether. Then after that, I went on and I cut it. But even after all of that, I still wasn't convinced this was a look for me. So I took it out. So that's another hair struggle episode.